IMvigor010 is a randomized phase 3 study looking at adjuvant atezolizumab in high-risk patients with operable urothelial cancer after a cystectomy. The trial is the first adjuvant immune checkpoint inhibitor trial to read out. And the trial is important because many people, including myself, have been saying that the earlier we use the immune checkpoint inhibitors, the higher the likelihood of good outcomes. The primary endpoint of the trial was disease-free survival, and the second endpoints include overall survival and tolerability. The trial didn't hit its primary endpoint. It didn't show a disease-free survival advantage. And that was both in the all-comer population, but also in the PD-L1 positive population. It also, in secondary analysis, there was an interim look at overall survival, and it did not hit overall survival either. And this raises a lot of really important questions. We assume the earlier we go, the better the results would be. We know some of the neoadjuvant studies have shown a lot of activity in this setting. And so this has, I think, questioned the perioperative, the use of perioperative immune checkpoint inhibitors, and has certainly dampened enthusiasm. And that's the first very important conclusion. We can see from the shapes of the curves that they didn't appear to just miss by a small amount. And I've said this previously, but there appears to be more similarities than differences between different immune checkpoint inhibitors in metastatic urothelial cancer. And so therefore the assumption that other drugs will come on and be positive while atezolizumab has failed in the settings seems to me to be unlikely. I think this is a really complex situation because we all thought the drugs would move into the non-metastatic space quickly and easily. That has not happened on this occasion. It suggests it's unlikely that it will happen soon with other drugs on the assumption that there are more similarities between these drugs, and therefore we might need to rethink. The last thing I'm going to say, which I think is important, is there are people who feel that we need to have antigen in place. We need to have cancer cells in place for the immune therapy to work, and Chuck Drake is one of those. And it may be that the neoadjuvant approach is successful because there is still tumor bulk there. And so I think it will be premature to assume the neoadjuvant approach won't work. But as it currently stands, this trial has dampened our enthusiasm, not for atezolizumab as a drug specifically, in my opinion, but more it's questioned the adjuvant approach.